Hi, this is Martin Gibbons, one of the founders of People Maps, and I want to explain the enterprise license over the next few minutes. In this video, I'll show you how to slash the cost of personality profiling. I'm going to also solve two of industry's biggest problems. Let me start with those two problems. The first problem is that traditionally personality profiling is only used on more senior appointments. Now this is understandable as personality reports can be expensive. But surely we want to make good hiring decisions for every role from the most junior to the most senior. The downside of not using personality reports on more junior roles is that we end up making poorer hiring decisions. We have to make hiring decisions with less information. The second problem that we're dealing with is that traditionally personality profiling is only used on the short list of candidates. So you may have 100 applications, but you only use personality reports on the last 5. Again, it's understandable due to the costs. If you have to pay for every report, then it could be very expensive to buy a report for every candidate. The downside is that you reject some ideal candidates long before you ever get to see them or get to see their personality or even would add them to your shortlist. Personality plays a huge role in whether a candidate will be successful in the role or not. If you know what personality type is going to thrive in a given role, then that's who should be in your shortlist. So it's better to use personality as your primary criteria when creating a shortlist. Personality is just too influential to ignore. So how do we solve these two problems? With an enterprise license, personality profiling becomes affordable to use on all of your job roles, not just your senior positions. So you get to make better hiring decisions on every single job role. Your enterprise license also makes it affordable to profile every candidate. So you can use personality benchmarking and build a shortlist of candidates who match your personality benchmark. So who can benefit from this? What's a typical user look like? Well, the enterprise license will save any regular user of personality profiling. So if you use profiling at all on a monthly basis, then the enterprise is probably the way to go. For example, a contact center would be a great example. They can create a personality benchmark and include the personality questionnaire as part of the job application process. People Maps makes that extremely easy for you to do. Now, if a contact center were to pay for each report, this would not be cost effective because they can have hundreds of applications. However, with an enterprise license, everything that they need is included in the subscription fee, and it's extremely affordable. So how does it work? First, you need to tell us a little about your project and your company. Tell us what you're trying to do so that we can understand it and we'll be able to advise you as the best way forward. Please also tell us which report designs you want to include under the license. You simply do that below by ticking the boxes. Now, based on this information, we will design a customized service, which includes the tools you need, the reports you need, and any training or support that may be required. When we move to an enterprise license, you're no longer charged per report. This is the big difference. Instead, you pay a monthly subscription for a specified service, which will include the reports that you require. We merely estimate the maximum number of reports that you require, but it's not critical to get it right at the outset, as we can revise it and will revise it on an ongoing basis. So even if you exceed your maximum number of reports from time to time, your service will continue as normal. So don't get too caught up on the number of reports, as it's purely a guide. If you exceed your limit repeatedly, then we can simply revisit the license and look at it again. Remember, you're not paying per report. Similarly, if you were underusing the service, then your monthly subscription can be reduced. The important thing to focus on is getting the results and the service that you actually need. And what about smaller users? Well, providing that you use personality profiling most months, the enterprise license is probably your most cost-effective way forward, even if you're a small but regular user. However, if you tell us about your needs and your business, we will soon be able to advise you if you would be better off with perhaps the licensed practitioner package rather than the enterprise license. And quick question about the contract. Well, the simple answer is there is no contract, there is no contract period, and you may cancel your subscription at any time. This is a subscription service. So as soon as you no longer require the service, you may simply cancel. And can the package be modified once you've started? Well, of course it can. In fact, we encourage you to do so. We're happy to review the terms on a regular basis. It's only once you start to use the service will you start to know for sure what your real needs actually are. So we're happy to review on a regular basis, and that would include the review of the subscription cost as well. So what do we do next? Very simply, complete the form below and tell us as much as you can. The more information that we have about what you're trying to do, the better. Do feel free to talk to someone in the People Maps team, talk to a People Maps partner, and get as much advice as you can, but let's get that specification, give us the information that we need so that we can help and advise you properly. So if you go below now, you will see a form that you can fill in. It won't take very long, and we will start to work on providing you with a detailed quotation and a package for you.